For picking up the pieces, you need to go to any marked loot location and loot 3 containers. For trashing the treasure, you need to find 6 wires and 1 battery. I went to Dam. I found all of the wires in the apartments. I just salvaged 2 toasters and got the wires that way. I found an industrial battery in a car and salvaged that to get the normal battery. Next quest is Clearer Skies. I completed this quest on Dam. I found the arc alloy inside of a courier. Then I went inside the power generation complex to eliminate 3 arc enemies. Next is Off the Radar. For this quest you need to find a field depot. Dam Battlegrounds has 6 of them. Once you find one, climb to the roof, repair the antenna. Next up is a First Foothold. For this quest you have 4 objectives on Blue Gate. The first one is on top of this church. From here, head to the ridgeline. You'll find this little platform. Stabilize the deck. From there, head to the Olive Grove. There's another platform over here. You have to turn on the computer terminal. And finally, you gotta head to this spot in Trapper's Glade. Next is A Bad Feeling. For this quest, you need to search an ARC courier or an ARC probe. You can find them on any map except Stella.
Thanks.
Next is the right tool. For this quest, you're going to need to take out a fireball, hornet, and a turret. Next up is Reduced to Rubble. For this quest, you need to head to Blue Gate and go to the collapsed highway. You have to take a photo here. After you take a photo of the bridge, you're going to want to head east towards Broken Earth. Follow the rubble all the way to the east until you find this giant broken down arc. You need to investigate it. Next is hatch repairs. For this quest, you just need to locate a raider hatch on any map. Once you've located it, you just need to repair the pipe beside the keycard panel. Repairing the pipe will spawn a box with a raider hatch key in it. Just have a little look around the area. The box will look like this. You can either use that key to leave, or you can put it in your pocket and take a normal exit. Next up was Safe Passage. For this quest I went with impact grenades just to make sure that whatever I throw them at actually get blown up. And if you want to use less grenades, you can just shoot the arc a few times before you throw the grenade at it. Next up is What Goes Around. For this quest you're going to need a fireball burner. You can get one by killing fireballs. Try not to get yourself into a situation like this, but if you do, you'll be glad you grabbed those fireball burners. Next quest is In My Image. This quest you need to find 3 androids and search them. I found my first one in medical research. My second one was in the Eastern Tunnel on this train. And my third one was in this room in the Cultural Archives. Next up is Cold Storage. For this quest, you're going to want to head to the southwest corner on the top floor in the loading bay. You'll find this white container. Search the end of it. And bring the old world books back to Shawnee. Next is a better use. For this quest, you need to locate a supply drop, call a supply drop, and search a supply drop. With a trace. For this quest, you need to make your way to the barren clearing on the northwest side of Bluegate. Once you're here, head to the northern end. Look for this little satellite. After you investigate that, head back towards the adorned wreckage. There's a little platform here with a computer you need to interact with. Next is greasing her palms. The first place we need to visit is the locked room in water treatment control on Dam Battlegrounds. For those of you that don't know, there's a key under the front desk. You can use that if you didn't bring one with you. Go into the locked room in the water treatment. All you have to do is step foot in the room. Then you need to head to spaceport, head to the rocket assembly, and just walk up to this rocket right here. From there you need to head to Buried City, the 6th floor of the space travel building. Normally there's a breach on that door, but it was already open when I got here. The Clean Dream. For this quest, you need to head down to the tunnels on Spaceport. You need to find and search 4 containers. Once you've found and opened all 4 containers, you need to head along the tunnels to find this water filtration system. From here, you need to make your way to Bluegate and head to the maintenance bunker. Once inside, you'll have to find the water purification system and monitor it. When that's done, just head back upstairs into the room and take a photo of the blueprints on the desk. Next is Down to Earth. This quest requires you to find yourself a field crate. Once you've found one, you need to bring it to a field depot. Deliver the crate. Fill your pockets and head home. The Trifecta. For this quest, you have to take out 2 wasps, 2 hornets, and 2 snitches and bring their drivers back to Shani. Battening Down. For this quest, you need to go to Riven Tides and take a photo of the seawall located here. When that's done, just run around the corner. There's a broken pipeline here that you need to repair. Then you need to head all the way across the map towards the hotel. Have a look around the shoreline. You'll find this little patch of seaweed that you need to sample. Doctor's order. For this quest, you need to find 1 durable cloth. I found mine in a medical bag. 1 great mulin, which you can find on pretty much any map. 1 syringe. And 2 antiseptic, which I found both of those in the testing annex on the dam. Sparks fly. For this quest, you need to destroy a hornet with either a snot blast grenade or a trigger grenade. I threw a couple secret grenades and it worked for me, so maybe give that a try. For collision course, you need to destroy a comet, loot the igniter from it, and bring it to Tianwen. For shoring up, you need to take out 5 wasps, 3 fireflies, use 1 arc alloy to repair one of these raider camps on top of a crane, and board up a window inside room 111 in the hotel. For keeping an eye out, you need to head to this area on Blue Gate. Look for this bridge. You need to get inside the bridge to find Bilgen's hideout. As you can see, this guy decided to snap hook in. I usually just drop down into the hideout. Just here for the quest.
Yeah, me too, bro.
For outstanding balance, you need to head inside the traffic tunnels and search Dodger's cache. There will be a bomb inside, so be prepared to run. After that, you need to head to the antenna at Pilgrim's Peak. Head up the zipline to the second floor, not the very top. And then search Dodger's bag right here between these generators. Don't forget to grab Dodger's notes to bring back to Tianwen. For a Prime Specimen, you're going to need 2 arc power cells, which you can get from pretty much any arc. Near the adorned wreckage, you need to find an arc deforester, insert one of the power cells to activate the first stage. Wait for a gap in the flames, run inside and interact with the second part of the deforester. Run back out, make your way to the top part of the deforester. Wait for a break in the flames and interact with the third part. Now you can search the deforester. For the League, you have 2 objectives. The first thing you need to do is come to the water towers on Dam, take a photo of this soccer ball. You also need to find a deflated soccer ball. There's one here by this water tower. After that, you need to head to Buried City. You can find a bicycle pump on one of these bicycles next to a kiosk, and then you need to head inside the kiosk and take a photo. Medical merchandise starts on Dam at the research building. In the medical exam room, you need to search 2 containers. Then you need to head to Buried City Hospital. Search 3 containers in there. Hopefully you get lucky and find a blueprint like me. And finally, you need to head to the exam room and Spaceport's departure building and search 2 more containers there. For Dormant Barons, you need to find one of these Baron husks like this one on Spaceport. You need to breach it and then search it. You can search it immediately, but you will take some damage. If you actually want the loot, just stand back and wait for the Baron to stop spitting flames at you. For dust on the wires, you need to visit a field depot on the east side of Spaceport and send a log. Once you've done that, you need to head to the north side of the maintenance hangar, and you need to send another log here. From here, head to the south of the maintenance hangar and transmit the location of the scouts. Once that's done, you need to search for the scouts' notes and bring them back to Shawnee. For test case, you need to destroy a firefly, and you need to bring a firefly burner, a fireball burner, and a hornet driver to Apollo. For settled in full, you need to destroy a bastion and deliver the cell to Tianwen. You can take out a bastion with just an anvil. I usually target the legs, blow them up one by one. Once you take off all the legs, the bastion will blow up and you can loot it and get the bastion cell. Don't forget to loot the legs you shot off. For a reveal in ruins, you need to go to Buried City, find a pharmacy. This one's in Piazza Arbusto. Once inside, you need to find an ESR analyzer, and then bring that back to Lance in Speranza. For what we left behind, you need to visit 3 different maps. I started on Buried City, went to the bottom of the parking garage, and searched 2 containers in there. Next, I went to Dam Battlegrounds to the South Swamp Outpost and found the little note that's there. After that, you go to Bilgen's hideout on Spaceport and collect the final note. In Clamoring for Attention, you need to go to checkpoint on Blue Gate and sound a bus horn. From there, you need to bring a battery to Village with you and put it into a radio. Finally, you need to go to the warehouse complex and bring 3 wires to repair the siren. For a lay of the land, you need to head to the Jiangsu warehouse on Spaceport. Once you're there, head upstairs. There's an office. You need to collect some notes. From there, you have to head to the 2nd floor of the flight control building by Control Tower A6, and you need to collect a LiDAR scanner and bring it to Shawnee. For waking the grid, you need to go to any guard tower on Spaceport and interact with the computer. Once that's done, you need to head to the bottom floor of the departure building. If you face east in the lobby and then take a left-hand turn, you'll find the room you need to go in. There's another computer you need to interact with. From there, you need to head to the arrival building and cut the wires at the 3rd computer station. For Broken Monument, you need to go to the scrapyard on Dam. The first wave tape is by these 2 fallen cylinders. The first wave compass is between a couple of vehicles in the middle of the scrapyard. And the first wave rations is in the old raider camp. Don't forget to pick them all up so you can bring them back to Tianwan. For Snap and Salvage, I started in the medical wing and I found the flow controller, and luckily somebody had an extra magnetron. Oh hell yeah. Once you have both of those, head to the security checkpoint in the lobby, climb through the window and search a stack of papers. There you need to head to the robotics sandbox and take a photo of one of the rovers. Mixed signals, you need to destroy an arc surveyor, loot the surveyor vault, and bring it back to Shawnee. For With a View, you need to visit a control room inside Assembly on Stellamontis. You will need a rotary encoder, which can be found inside Assembly or Medical Research. Once you've activated the server switch, have a look around the control room and there should be a computer for you to interact with. After that, you'll need to find an ion sputter. I got lucky and found one in Medical Research, and you need to bring that back to Shawnee. For stable housing, you need to go to the 3rd floor of the security bridge on Stellamontis. You need to open a safe in the room on the 3rd floor. Then you need to go to the 4th floor and print an access card. You need to go back to the 3rd floor and inspect the notes on the wall, and then input the code in the safe. Make sure you grab the blueprints and bring them back to Tianwan. For straight record, you need to head to this area of Victory Ridge on Dam Battlegrounds. You need to interact with the EMP trap, a generator on the hill just north of it, a generator on the building to the east, and another generator on the ground to the south. After that, you need to interact with the EMP trap again to turn it off. For keeping the memory, you need to visit the wreckage in Formikai Hills, search for a helmet in this little bush, and carry the helmet over to the stick and place it on top. For movie night, you need to go to the archives on Stellamontis and find the old movie tapes. After that, you're going to need to find a portable TV and bring that to Apollo. I found mine in Pattern House on the dam, but you can find them pretty much on any map. For Echoes of Victory Ridge, you need to head to the West Broken Bridge on Dam Battlegrounds. You'll find the hideout inside part of the broken bridge. Search the box for the battle plans and you'll find Major Ava's patch. You have to bring that back to Celeste. For Eyes in the Sky, you need to place a LiDAR scanner up here in this corner on Control Tower in the Dam Battlegrounds. After that, you need to climb up to the first platform of the Communications Tower on Spaceport and place another LiDAR scanner. For the final part, you're going to need a zipline on Buried City on top of the Galleria sign. You have to place the final LiDAR scanner up here. For Marked for Death, you need to find the supply cache on Buried City next to the San Durante warehouses. Once you investigate the stash, you need to turn around and follow the paint path into the bushes. This is where you'll find the final clue. For a balanced harvest, you need to go to Lab 1 on the 2nd floor of the Research and Administration building on Dam Battlegrounds. All you have to do is collect the notes on one of these desks. For Untended Garden, you need to go to the hydroponic domes on Dam Battlegrounds and find a computer station. Retrieve the data from the station, then go to a field depot. There's one just inside the hydroponic dome area. That's where you upload the data. For the root of the matter, you need to go to the research building on Buried City. You can enter from the south side. It's also the floor where both zip lines meet if you're coming from the roof or below. Find the room that overlooks the park. Search this container for the seeds. Make sure you pick up the seed sample and bring it back for Celeste. For market correction, you need to head to this kiosk by Murano Station. You need to investigate the stash and then sabotage it. Make sure you move away. For after rain comes, you need to find the flooded solar panels by the Grandioso Apartments on Buried City. Make sure you bring 2 batteries and 5 wires. If you don't already have them, you can buy them from Celeste. Once you're here, just repair the solar panels and you're done. For water troubles, you need to enter the flood access tunnel on Dam Battlegrounds, locate the source of the contamination, and take a sample of the water. For source of the contamination, you need to head to the spill intake outside the water treatment control building on Dam Battlegrounds. When you get here, you need to investigate this barrel with oil spilling out of it. For switching the supply, you just need to go to the underground tunnels on Spaceport and turn the valve. For eyes on the prize, you need to come to this rooftop terrace on Buried City. Make sure you bring 3 wires with you. If you don't have them, you can buy them from Celeste. All you have to do here is repair the solar panels. For a warm place to rest, you need to locate the old raider camp on the abandoned highway. Inspect the backpack for clues. Then follow the red ribbons, which will lead you to the buried properties where you have to interact with a grave. For industrial espionage, you need to bring the Berletta 1 into the raid with you. You need to go to the gas station on Buried City, place the Berletta inside the stash container. It won't work if the Berletta is in your weapon slot, and then place a bug on the stash. For prescriptions of the past, you need to go to the medical exam room in the departure building on Spaceport. When you're in there, you need to find the medical records on the reception desk and search them. For power out, you need to go to the electrical substation on the south side of Spaceport. You need to grab a battery from this box, insert it into the generator, and then turn the generator on. For Flickering Threat, you need to go to the generator room on Dam Battlegrounds and repair the generator with 4 wires. If you don't have the wires, you can buy them from Celeste. When that's done, you have to go to the ventilation shaft and turn on the power switch. For Celeste journals, you need to head to the South Swamp Outpost on Dam Battlegrounds. Find this bed and search for one of Celeste's journals. Make sure you pick it up. You then need to head to the Eastern Outpost, just north of the power generation complex, and you need to search for a journal on the bed here as well. Don't forget to grab it. For the Major's Footlocker, you need to head to the Ruby residence on Dam Battlegrounds. Make your way to the 3rd floor, and in one of the rooms you'll find a box with Major Ava's mementos. Search the box. Make sure you grab the item for Tianwen. For Out of the Shadows, you need to destroy a Rocketeer. You can do it with just an anvil, but I decided to use a hull cracker to speed things up. After you take down the Rocketeer, you need to search its hull and find a Rocketeer driver. Bring the driver back to Shani and Speranza. For the Espresso quest, I usually head to the Pale Apartments on Dam Battlegrounds. I'm just here for the espresso machine. On the 2nd floor, you can find an espresso machine.
Oh, you can find it. Okay.
Yeah, you can find it here on Dam. You don't actually have to go to Buried. Don't forget to pick up the parts.
Ah, it's true. You was first. Okay.
Dessert.
Nice to know.
For back on top, you need to spray paint 4 walls. The first one is at Pattern House on Dam Battlegrounds. The second one is at this lookout tower on Blue Gate, just south of the warehouse complex. The third location is the South Trench Tower on Spaceport. Final place is this building on Buried City in the Buried Properties area. For Life of a Pharmacist, you need to head to this pharmacy in Piazza Arbusto on Buried City. Head upstairs, you're going to have to document this photo on the wall. Take a picture of the piano, plant pots, and the table. For a toxic trail, you need to head to the flood spill intake by water treatment on Dam Battlegrounds. From there, head slightly northwest and you'll find this broken down truck in the water. You need to take a photo of the truck, investigate the box on the side step, and pick up the warehouse key. For tribute to Toledo, you just need a power rod. You can find one by searching one of these 2 container types, but I usually just craft one and hand it to Celeste. If you have the refiner upgrade and the materials to do it, I would just craft one and save yourself a bunch of time. For our presence up there, you need to head to the Pattern House on Dam Battlegrounds. The first floor, you need to flip the power switch. Then head upstairs, use the zip line to get to the roof and activate the antenna terminal. For digging up dirt, you need to head to the Santa Maria houses in Old Town on Buried City. Head inside, drop down to the center courtyard, search the dead drop in the middle of the room. For building a library, you need to head to the library on Buried City and find 3 books. Make sure you take the books with you when you grab them off the shelves. For a new type of plant, you need to head to the Barren Husk on Dam at the old battleground. Look for one of these plants and gather it, pick it up and bring it back to Lance. For armored transports, you need to find and loot an armored patrol car in the traffic tunnels on Blue Gate. If you don't already have a patrol car key, you can find one in one of the guard huts at Checkpoint. Head inside the traffic tunnels and find a patrol car. Use your key to unlock the back of it, and this isn't part of the quest, but you might as well loot the weapon case inside. For the Stench of Corruption, you need to head to the southwest lobby of the departure building and enter the staff room. The door normally has a breach on it, but it was open when I got here. Search this suit for a key to the flushing terminal. Then head down to the tunnels in the middle of Spaceport and activate the terminal. For Lost in Transmission, you need to go to the top of Control Tower A6 on Spaceport. Normally you need a key card to open this door. For me it was already opened by somebody else. Once you reach the top of the tower, you just need to go to the computer terminal and interact with it. For Turnabout, you need to go to the North Trench Tower on Spaceport. Make sure you bring the Trench Tower key with you. When you're inside, head up the stairs and there will be a computer terminal right in the middle of the room. You just need to interact with that and you're done. For Communication Hideout, you need to go to the Red Tower on Buried City. You need to find the missing battery in the middle of the square, put it into the generator, then head back upstairs and interact with the antenna terminal. For Into the Fray, you need to find a leaper, destroy a leaper, and then get the leaper pulse unit and bring it back to Shawnee. For Paving the Way, you need to go to one of the Anelica buildings on Dam Battlegrounds. There's one at Water Treatment Control, one at the back side of Control Tower, one at the front side of Control Tower, and one in the Generator Hall. You need to interact with the paper on one of these 4 boards and then head to Buried City. Once you're on Buried City, you need to head to the top of this building near Piazza Roma and interact with this computer station. For combat recon, you need to scope out 3 different cover locations on Buried City. The first one is in the top floor of the stairs in the parking garage. The second one is in this bus in Murano Park. The third one is inside this roof by Santa Maria houses. You then need to destroy 2 spotters and bring a spotter relay back to Shannon. For deciphering the data, you need to head to the fuel control building on Spaceport. Decrypt the data on this computer inside, then head to the arrival building. Breach this door on the 2nd floor, and decrypt the data on the computer inside here. For bombing run, you need to locate and destroy a bombardier. Then loot it and get a bombardier cell and bring it back to Shani. For groundbreaking, you need to head to the locked room in Pilgrim's Peak. Apollo gives you a key for this room, don't forget to bring it. It was already unlocked for me when I got here. You need to inspect this whiteboard inside the room. Then head to these buildings over here at the abandoned housing project. You need to head to this area and take a photo. For a dead end, you need to head inside the Manticore building at Reinforced Reception on Blue Gate. When you get to the security wing, you need to find the batteries in this room, bring them to the locked room, and insert them in the power station. Once all 3 batteries are inside, you can open the locked room. You need to play the recording in the back right, and then search for the film reel in the back left. Make sure you bring the film reel out with you. For a rising tide, you need to find this room inside the building in Piazza Roma on Buried City. Once you're inside, search the computer and then head out to go to Dam Battlegrounds. On Dam, the first thing you need to do is go to the power generation complex and then head to the controlled access zone. When you're inside the controlled access zone, you need to find this fuel cell and insert it into the generator to unlock the door. Once the door's been opened, you need to take a photo of this whiteboard inside the room. For fragmented logs, you need to find your way to the top floor of the control room in the robotic sandbox on Stellamontis. You need to bring 1 electrical component which can be crafted with the level 1 refiner or found in raid on pretty much any map. After you replace the electrical components, you need to find control room A3 on the 1st floor, head inside there and flip the power switch. From there you need to head to the back rooms in the cultural archives, find this computer and bring the system online. For worth your salt, you need to go to the rocket assembly on Spaceport, head to this area and search for the battery. Once you get the battery, you need to walk it to the middle on the 1st floor. You can drop down through the middle right here. Place the battery in the industrial charger, charge the battery. Now grab the battery and walk it over to the corner and place it inside this box. For On Deaf Ears, you need to find 3 different locations on Stellamontis and send the data to Lance. The first one is here in the lobby. The second one is in the business center. And the third one is in the 2nd floor of medical research. When that's done, you need to head to this area in assembly and search this box for the shipping logs. For Furtive Meetings, you need to find 3 meeting locations on Stellamontis. The first one is in the medical research area underneath the stairs in the bottom left. The second meeting spot is between the robotic sandbox and the seed vault. And the third meeting spot is between the seed vault and the cultural archives at the bottom of the stairs. At the 3rd location, you need to search the suitcase to find the secret meeting info and bring back to Shani. For on the map, we need to go to multiple different locations on Spaceport. The first one is here by the broken fuel lines. You need to triangulate your position. From here, you need to head to this antenna by the fuel control and triangulate your position again. The next place you need to triangulate from is here in the bushes at the break in the wall. Finally, you need to triangulate your position from the top of the container storage building. Then you need to head inside to the first floor and find this container with the blue tarp over it. Spray paint the container and you're done. For last entry, you need to head to the seed vault, come to the computer in this area here, and access the researcher's logs. Then you need to head to this room, search the suit here for a seed box key. Then you're going to need to find the battery for the seed vault, insert the battery, open the door, head inside and find this little seed box in the center. Use the key to unlock the seed box, then search it and pick up the document that falls out. For line in the sand, you need to head to this derailed train by Murano Station. From here, you need to head to a tower nearby and search for clues. Make sure you pick up the business card, then head to the marketplace over here by the gas station. From the marketplace, you need to head up the hill, slide down this zip line, and take a photo of these boxes in the basement. For Safe Harbor, you need to go to the kitchen in the hotel on Riven Tides. You need to take a photo of the clue on the wall, which leads you to the tennis court. When you get to the tennis court, you need to dig up the buried part and bring it back to Tianwen. For a wrench in the works, you need to search the bus by the western gate on Spaceport. After you search the driver's seat, you need to head to the water towers. When you get there, you need to climb up to the second level, transmit the location of the stash.